Welcome to Guitar Talk. Thank you for joining in and thank you for your support. Have you ever sat in a park somewhere and watched 2 or 3 or more people having a discussion? I want to mimic that on guitar. So basically speaking, what we have to do is we have to mimic person A, B and C, right? And how we're going to do that is have a certain sound for each person, right? And a certain phrasing. Each person has a different voice and a different vocab and a different argument. So we need to be specific on who person A is going to be, as opposed to what to play and what sound he's going to have, right? So that specifically points to person A, and then have a certain sound or a certain phrase, a certain way of playing for person B and C. So we're going to try and do that. So I've got this blues. I've got this blues beat backing track. I think it's in A. Right, A minor. Person A, I've made him the interloper, the one that's always bragging, the one that the mouth is always going and doesn't stop. So how would I mimic that? Talks so much, it's lucky he has a breath. He has to have a breath. I'll turn it up because I can't. Person A is just waffling. Person B thing, trying to get his word in, but he's a bit shy and he doesn't like, doesn't want to surface through. Well, trying to, but he doesn't have the courage, to say, hey, enough's enough, I'm getting my word out, right? So person B. So for person B, a different thing to say, right? So as I wait for the turnaround, he's saying what he's saying, and then he sits back. Person A still going. Which I kind of like that. I think it's necessary to have like a third-party conversation type thing, you know, so that people can hear more of your storytelling, and it's a really good thing, and very, very beneficial, because when you really have all these attributes and inspirations or aspirations at your disposal, then it takes away your limitation. We haven't done person 3 yet, or person C. So let me recap. Person A on a tully, I choose the middle section to utilise the 2 pickups, right? Because it gives you more of a crispier sound for that kind of playing. You know? So then for person B, sorry, we'll go to neck pickup and choose short phrases, but ones that mean a lot. I mean, at the end of the day, you could do everything on the one pickup. You don't necessarily have to select a different pickup for different voicings. All you have to do, if you could create a different way of playing or a different phrasing for every voice, it would be sufficient enough. So with person C, I am going to select a bridge pickup, because I want to play. C has just stood up and, you know, and blasted all the other 2, and they're like, whoa, this person never has anything to say, and then all of a sudden he says that. So that's the message I want to put across in order to play in this way. So, and you could do it with all sorts of music. Person A. person or another, it doesn't change, right? So then person B, you know, Person C only says a little bit, but it's very expressional. Wait for person C. Person A. So when you mix them all up, that's the idea. The idea is to have all these different attributes and, you know, skills and techniques and all these things that make you as a guitarist. You need to bring them together collectively and, you know, make something from it. So if I play that, I'm going to do 3 voices in dribs and drabs. So this is the point, right? The point is to have these 3 voices. You can play everything in the voice 1, right? I truly hope you got something out of that. Just mix and match. And so if I get one more example, I'm going to go back to this one. Right, same thing. I'm going to voice 1. Oh, that was an A, yeah? Right. So, yeah, voice 2. picture. So yeah, take care, happy playing. Shred your fingers because you're going to need to. For those who are starting out, you've got to rip your fingers. There's one guitarist that I like to mention, I always do, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Used to cut his fingers, glue them back together and go back and play again. That's dedication. We're going to need it.